Welcome back to Cryptos Are Us. I'm George. We're all George. So, welcome to another Market Open stream. Today, I'm talking about an unprecedented bull run that Bitcoin has just entered. That's right. That's right. Why is it unprecedented? Well, I'm going to explain. And you know what? It's not just Bitcoin. There's alts. Alts are moving too. So let's talk about them. Let's talk about everything else that's going on in the world today. Let's do it. Welcome, 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 guys. Good morning. We're starting out strong. Bitcoin moving upwards. And it's not just Bitcoin. The entire market cap is moving up. But we are at 51.4 right now, starting off the week. Let's start out with the U.S. market. Last week, while I was out, last week was, wow. You have Dow, S&P, NASDAQ all hitting basically all-time highs. Money is starting to flow. As expected, this is supposed to be a very good year. And it's going to get better when the Fed starts cutting rates. This is all by design because there is a presidential election this year. But also, no, let's just leave it at that because it's a presidential election year. But yeah, you have some companies too, like Nvidia, that actually blew away earnings, and that also set the market on fire as well. But you know what? You know what else is on fire, and that's Bitcoin, right? And right now, we're seeing supply shock. I've been saying this for a while, and we're seeing more and more and more big boys come in, and the existing big boys buying more. I mean, that's just reality. So last week, just last week alone, we had $540 million worth of Bitcoin withdrawn from the exchange. Yes, this is just one single week, not a month, not year to date. One single week, 540 million of Bitcoin removed from the exchanges. So the supply, the circulating supply of Bitcoin is going down at an alarming rate, okay? That's the one thing that retail does not understand or does not care about, and that is the supply. How does price of anything go up? The demand has to outweigh the supply. And with Bitcoin, there's only so much out there. And if every week we're seeing massive purchases and we're seeing Bitcoin being removed, well, just do the math. Prices go catch up. And once it does fully, that's when things get really crazy. Okay, so that is happening. Now, we also see, now this could be part of it or it could be separate. I think it's part of it, but we're seeing like big whales. Like there's this new person called Mr. 100 that keeps loading up 100 Bitcoin at a time. Yesterday, this person loaded up 500 Bitcoin, just out of the blue. And then like you look at the days before, also 400 Bitcoin, 500 Bitcoin. Like this person buys 100 Bitcoin at a time. And even today, oops, I got so excited, I just hit my microphone. Even today, this person bought 300 Bitcoin already. Who is this person? We may never know. But again, attributing to the supply shock because there are just a lot of random, super wealthy individuals out there. That's why we call them whales. They are just buying and buying and buying and buying. Okay? So in our case right now, price is lagging the great fundamentals, all-time high fundamentals, and the supply shock. Okay? Even though, I'm saying lagging, but I'm going to show you in a little bit. We're actually ahead of the curve. We're actually really ahead of the curve. You know who else is buying? Of course, Mr. Saylor. I don't know how he gets unlimited amount of money to buy what he does. He just bought another 3,000 Bitcoin for MicroStrategy. And 3,000 may not sound like a lot. That's 155 million. Okay? Again, how does he get hundreds of millions? Seems like every single month. Is MicroStrategy that wealthy? Is he making that much money I don't know, but, you know, he knows he's in a race now. He was clearly in the lead, but now others are catching up very rapidly. So it took MicroStrategy basically 4 years to accumulate 193,000 Bitcoin. Now the average price has gone up a little bit, 31,544. But again, 193,000 Bitcoin is very, very impressive. But like I said, he's in competition with even bigger boys. Okay, and who are they? The ETFs. Been talking a lot about the ETFs, but it's staggering how much they have accumulated within such a short amount of time. Remember, I just said 193,000 Bitcoin took Michael Saylor 4 years. 4 years. It took BlackRock 7 weeks to get up to 130,000 Bitcoin now, okay? Do the math. Less than 2 months, BlackRock has accumulated 130,000 Bitcoin, and we're starting week 8, right? So this is like the final week of the second month. And you look at Fidelity, not too far off, 92,000, and then ARK at 30,000, Bitwise at 23,000. Overall, these ETFs have added a tremendous amount. Even with Grayscale, you see the red. Even with Grayscale selling and selling and selling and selling, BlackRock alone now makes up more than what Grayscale sells. And they continue to accumulate more and more and more and more. So, yes, Michael Saylor does have competition in the form of BlackRock and many of these other ETFs. The funny thing is, MicroStrategy itself, one of the largest shareholders is BlackRock. So it's like in competition with itself, basically. But that's what's happening, guys. I mean, we could see this. We can measure this. This is verified on chain. This is verified. This is not speculation. We're seeing this supply shock happen right in front of our eyes. And Grayscale selling is diminishing. I think whatever they need to sell for Genesis or whoever, or whatever other institutions or whales want to sell, probably have done most of it, because they only sold 44 million on Friday, is starting to decrease, right? But I did mention that the miners were still selling. Once the miners stop, and I know why they're selling, because we're getting closer and closer to the halving event, and they need that money to build out their infrastructure, because everything becomes double as difficult, okay? Because you're getting half the amount of Bitcoin you used to. So, but once they stop, man, things are really going to explode, especially with the supply shock that's happening. And we got the halving event in less than 2 months, and the US market doing well, and rate cuts right around the corner. You guys just do the math, okay? Things are going very, very quickly. That's why we're in an unprecedented bull market. Short term, we have this bull flag that we're looking forward for. Bull flag that we're in, and we're looking forward to what's going to happen after bull flag, which usually is another leg up, which I do think it's about time. We're like right there. We're right there. We're about to make the next leg up, and it could happen this week, next week, the week after that, but we're getting closer and closer to having that. You know it's going to happen. It would almost shock me if we weren't at least 60,000 by the halving event. And many are predicting that we will be at all-time high by halving event, which is at 69,000. We'll see. We'll see who's right. But this is why we are moving in an unprecedented way, and why we're moving into this unprecedented bull market phase. And that's because, well, just look at what has happened, what's happening right now. We have broken up above this important 61.8 Fibonacci level. Bitcoin has never, ever, ever, ever hit it and broken through before a halving event. And we have done so. And we're still holding above it. This has never happened before, guys. Never, ever, ever, ever happened before. In 2019, because we had a sudden rise up from the bottom, we did hit it. and then we just went back down. We wouldn't go above it. We weren't holding above it. In 2016, same thing. We hit it before the halving event, but then came right back down, right? So right now we're moving ahead of schedule. And if we're moving ahead of schedule and we actually break all-time high by the halving event, which is less than 2 months, then this cycle, anything could happen. We're seeing diminishing returns, obviously, 9,900%, 2,800%, 700%, but maybe this time we have another 700%, or maybe this time we have 1,000%. That would be nuts, right? But again, with the supply shock happening, with the whales and the institutions that are buying at an unprecedented rate, who knows what's going to happen, right? I'm looking forward to it. And there's something else that's happening too. That could be a big catalyst that I mentioned in my Sunday Walk video last night. And that is Ethereum. Ethereum spot ETFs. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 applications. And these are the same guys, the big guys that have Bitcoin spot ETFs. Okay, you have BlackRock, you have Fidelity, you have Invesco. You also have Grayscale trying to convert their Ethereum trust. You have ARK and like, so these are basically the same companies, the big boys, that are buying Bitcoin at an unprecedented rate, and they may be doing so with Ethereum. And rumors are, look at the SEC deadline, right? As soon as May, we may get approval, okay? That's being hopeful. Of course, there's deadline in June and July and August, right? But even if we get approval in August, that would be absolutely huge. This will be another catalyst. This will be another fuel dumped on the campfire, so to speak, okay? So this is the reason why Ethereum is doing well now, because there's more and more rumors that there is a Ethereum spot ETF or many Ethereum spot ETFs that will be coming, right? So something else to look forward to. And again, supply shock will probably be a big thing after it happens. I don't know if it's going to happen as soon as May. That would be crazy because that's right after the halving event. You know, that the timing of it could not be better if it happened in May, because that's right around when the rate cuts start happening, right around May, June, July timeframe. So again, if it happens in May, that would be nutty. If it happens at all this summer, will be nutty. Let's just put it that way. It's going to be absolutely nutty. But anyways, this is what it looks like right now. Obviously, ETH is not close to all-time high yet, which was around 5,000. But if we do get an ETF decision, are we going to start heading up there by the end of this year? Quite possibly. I mean, everyone's speculating. Noah from my team is also charting Ethereum, showing that Ethereum may be heading to 3,500 next. That would be absolutely huge jump, right? But you got a lot of people speculating. You got a lot of whales that are accumulating ETH, okay, massively. Tens of millions are accumulating and staking and being removed from exchanges, and that's all happening right now, right? So Ethereum spot ETFs could be another big catalyst for the market. So, I mean, we just have so many things. I told you guys, I'm just so bullish about this year. So bullish about this year. And I think we have so many good things coming up. And we barely started. We barely started. We're about to enter March soon, right? But still, we're only in the Q1 of this year. And we still have many, many months to go. All right, lastly, I just showed this. VeChain. VeChain is moving upward. VeChain has been doing well. And they have a secret event. Okay, well, no, not secret event. They're at an event, but there's a secret announcement that's about to come. So that should be coming out like today or tomorrow, right? So something is going to happen. That's why VeChain has been doing well, and VeChain has been making a big push into the retail sector, right? Big partnership with the UFC, but I want to see what they're doing next. All right, that is that's pretty much it. Let's do some Q&A. Good morning, all. For Lex Hope, yo, that IFC was sick. Your commentary was good and funny. You had me busting up. So, I mean, I try to do my best, and I've never done anything like that before. I was kind of thrown into the fire, so to speak, and I had to figure it out. But I think I represent everyone well. I could have done better, obviously. I could have gone more into the projects of each person, but you know, I don't want to steal like all the airtime because those guys were still trying to like figure it out with the IFC, and I was trying to divert them into, you know, into an important stuff. But yeah, hopefully I can continue to do that and add more to more IFC stuff going forward. Uncovered Doc, a couple super chats. This is our year, folks. Blue label for all. That is correct. That is correct. Let's see. LimeWire pumped 6 cents to 81 cents in last month. Why are you not talking about it? I don't know. If you love it so much, why do you need me to talk about it? That's the thing. If you're making a lot of money on it, great. Great. Good for you. You're natural on the mic. All this cryptos are all stuff paid off. Yeah. Yeah, but it's different though. You know, I like interacting with other people. Like right now, I'm talking to myself. You know, but when you have others and you're going back and forth, right? It's a little bit different. It's a little bit different. Gary says, I love VeChain. Me too. What's your opinion on Radax? I think they're up and coming. Layer 2. I think it's up and coming for sure. Is IFC a crypto project? It's part of Crowded Combat, which is a crypto project. Awesome symbol. Hey, they're up 8% today. Yeah, so the IFC was part of the Crowded Combat, the first one they ever held. But I know they're very excited. They want to do season 2, and I'm getting a lot of DMs from random people that says they want to participate. So I think the next fight, season 2, will be much bigger, and marketing will be much better too. Ivan, Ivan says my cock in you pumps every morning. Why are you not talking about it? Well, you know what? Funny enough, Wojak, who is one of the founders of Cock in You, he's like his dev wants to participate in the IFC, so they might be representing in the next fight. That would be awesome, but they're holding very well at above 100 million. Zach is asking about GPU, a new GPU lending project, like Render. Very small, 22 million. On Ethereum though, ooh, that's where it loses me. Yeah, so they're basically a render, a small version of Render, but the thing is, it does not make sense to be on top of Ethereum. Too costly. That's the reason why Render moved to Solana. And I made fun of Render before, but I'm like, GPU sharing on Ethereum makes no sense because of how much it costs. So until they move away, probably not going to be a good one. Cody pump, did you see it? Yup. Cody's been pumping like crazy. Did I not tell you guys I know something about Cody? I told you guys a month ago that, you know, people started asking about it. Why do you think it's going up? You know, I said, yeah, it's going up, but not for the reasons that you guys think. And I shared it within my Discord. I shared it within my Discord, so a lot of people made a lot of money with that. So I'll just leave it at that. It has nothing to do with the fact that they're like transitioning to a L2 for Bitcoin or whatever they're doing. It has nothing to do with that. Is Ben the main event the next fight? I don't know. I don't know. Like, obviously, I don't know if you guys seen the video, but he has like 2 black eyes, and so there's more light, and he needs some time to recover. But if he wants to fight the next round, you know, it also depends on the timing. I don't know how soon the next one will be, right? Obviously, the people that have been training have advantage, so they can like step in right away if they wanted to. But I have to talk to Karate Combat, see when they want to have the next IFC, or maybe we could have continuous IFC with all their, you know, upcoming matches, and just do 1 or 2 IFC fighters. Something like that could work. I don't know. I didn't have a chance to talk to him yet. I just got back like yesterday. Can fans get involved in fights? No. You have to, unfortunately, IFC, Influencer Fight Club. So you either have to have a major following or you need to be a project leader. Rookie V says, despite your advice not to play with leverage, I did it anyways. Turned out player leverage, not my cup of tea. You were right all along. Ricky, I'm telling you, it's most people lose money on leverage, but you get addicted to it. I figured out, like for me, I've been doing it okay recently, okay? But there's many days I'm massively in the red, but many days I'm massively in the green. So you have to really be careful. You have to time it right, use TA, you have to follow the momentum. Also look at what's on fire, like category or niches. Like last week with NVIDIA, when they reported, all the AI plays in crypto went up, right? That was an easy play where you could have threw some leverage, made some good money, and got out, right? So you got to pay attention to all these things. And it gives you a lot of stress because you're always looking at your phone, wondering if it dumped or it went up, right? So yeah. Jose, you have to join my Patreon to be able to get in my Discord. I have a private Discord in my Patreon. So that's been ongoing for a long time. I mean, you get really good insight and info into projects, airdrops, and all that good stuff. But periodically, I share some of the things I'm hearing. And I knew about the Cody thing a long time ago. Yeah, Crow, man. Crow did not disappoint. You know, I don't know if you guys know, but Crow is like deathly scared of flying. So basically, I mean, so you got to give him huge respect for just even flying out there. But also, you know, going back in training mode and doing what he does. Amazing, amazing. And a really nice guy too. Everyone, you know, anyone that has the guts and courage to get inside a pit and fight, amazing. Respect to all of them. Spencer, has me Kevin reached out? Will be fun to see him block punches with his face. You know, it's funny. I asked him in October, and he was thinking about it. He's like, nah, I can't do it. I just actually texted him yesterday about it. I sent him the video. I'm like, hey, if you're interested, because I like to expand. IFC does not have to just be crypto influencers. I want to expand to others. So I got into Big Mike's year because I was doing commentary along with him. So I got in his year. So he's probably hopefully I can get him to talk more about it on Impulsive. Maybe they'll invite me to talk about it. I know Logan can't do it because he's too big and too rich and part of WWE, but maybe they have other friends that can get in and stuff. Hope to expand to basically everything. George, what's the correct AIT to buy? AIT protocol or AIT malls? No, it's AIT protocol. Good that you made money on AIT malls, but yeah, AIT protocol. AIT protocol, man, went up like 100x or something since my investment. And they are blowing up like crazy. And they just announced that they opened up their first subnet on BitSensor too. What stablecoin would you choose to convert when profit taking? You really have no choice. You have USDC or USDT. I mean, all exchanges support both. So at this point, I don't think there's any fears about USDT going under because they are just making way too much money right now. So I don't think they're gonna go down. Altcoin Daily guys, there's too funny. Yeah, Aaron was behind that Robin guy, kept putting his hands on him, and the guy's like, seriously, get your effing hands off of me. He got really pissed off. I spent a significant amount of time sitting with Austin on the bleacher. We were talking. Good guy. I asked them if either one, would you fight for any amount of money, and they both said no, but they love to be part of IFC. Skipping Stones, thanks to your knowledge, I'm a whole coiner, and just my kid made my kid a third coiner for their 18th birthday. What? You've been giving your kid more Bitcoin than yourself? That's crazy, but congratulations. Your kids better thank you and take care of you because they're going to be a multimillionaire by the time they're 18, right? If you got them third, if they already hold 3 Bitcoin, that's a crazy amount. By the time they turn 18, might be worth, I don't know, $30 million. Do you have any understanding of this latest 400 million XRP release from escrow, Tony? They do that every quarter. They just release a whole bunch. They see how much they could sell, and whatever they don't sell, they lock it back. That's what they do. That's how XRP operates, right? Was Bass Rudin as cool as he seemed in IRL? I mean, he's a cool guy. A lot of people, he loves taking pictures. A lot of fans go up to him, right? He was commenting with me, you guys saw, but, he kind of thought the whole IFC thing was a joke at first. Kind of poked fun of everyone and so, which is fine. I mean, of course, because from what he's used to, it's very different. But I could tell at the end, he could see, like, the Ben fight especially. He got into it. Like, yeah, they're not like crazy fighters, but you could see they put all their energy and effort and heart into it. And I think he's gonna turn around. I think they all turn around by the end, but I think as time goes on, it's gonna turn around more. Unless all the fights turn out to all be bad, Starknet has a future. I like to think so, but they botched their airdrop, so I don't know. I think they'll be fine. Oh, 0.33 Bitcoin. Still, it's a lot. Some of us are asking about Cosmos Atom. Hey man, just continue to hold them. That's all you need to do for Cosmos. I talk about Cosmos all the time. All the time. It's not like I'm ignoring it. Like almost every single week. I could never fight. I can never fight. You guys, I don't know if you guys listen. My knee is getting worse and worse. I can barely walk. That's no joke. I can barely walk. So there's zero chance I could ever fight. Man, I need to fix my knee. My right knee is just so bad these days. I'm starting to ice it every day now. Starting to take, ibuprofen. Go start taking fish oil. But man, my knee is just in horrible, horrible, horrible shape. Even if it wasn't, to be honest, it's just not for me. I would not be able to do well in the pit for sure. I'm fine being in my role, recruiting, marketing, setting this up, making it bigger and bigger. I would be fine settling into a Dana White role for the IFC and Karate Combat and helping them grow into a powerhouse. JR77. I just wanted to LYK. I don't know what LYK means. The real pro Bitcoin presidential candidate, Robert F. Kennedy, anti-CBD. Okay. He has ended up polling about 24% in three-way match. I don't know about any of his other policies. I don't know. But I do know he is a very pro Bitcoin guy. Eventually, I just have to replace my knee, I think. Get a knee replacement. I mean, I've taken MRI before many times, x-rays. There's nothing wrong with it, but there's something wrong. But the doctors can't detect it. I've taken cortisone shots. I've done, PFP shots. I think I need to go to a country with like real stem cells and just like inject it. That might be the only way. Oh, let's let you know. I've never seen anyone use abbreviation LYK. It's better to do a knee replacement surgery sooner than later, man. I just feel like I'm too early. I'm too young to do a knee replacement. Yeah, I'll probably go do stem cell treatment. Bitcoin coming up a little bit. ETH is showing strength, 3,100. That's pretty good. This guy. We could be stem cell injection buddies. Did I meet Craig Jones? No. I did see him fight. Wait, no, he was on his. Yeah, I didn't. There was someone else from the UFC that was sitting on the sidelines, and I kind of recognized him, but I didn't know if it was him for sure. Was it Charles? What was his name? But there were some major guys there. But I was just concentrating on IFC, so I didn't really pay attention to the normal fights, to be honest. JH, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, Charles Oliveira. I don't even know if I said that right. But, I think he was in a hoodie on the side. Even when the fight was over, I think he was sitting alone there. And I remember looking at him, and then he was looking at me. So, like, I'm pretty sure that was him. I probably could have had an opportunity to get a good picture with him, but I kind of missed out. Yeah, endurance was a big part. obviously you guys saw Ben after he fought, he couldn't even talk because he was breathing so hard. The funny thing is, an hour later he came out and he was still like that. And he said he didn't catch his breath really until the next day. So fighting in 7,000 feet above sea level is not an easy thing. Although I didn't have any elevation sickness, but a lot of people did. Ryan, appreciate that. Can I email you my pitch deck? Probably not. Venar Roth, nay. I've been with your channel for years. Thank you. Appreciate that. Would you ever consider doing an IFC tournament? Yeah. If we have enough IFC fighters, like enough matches, like we could do a tournament. I mean, the hope is that Karate Combat, I think they realize how big the IFC can be. Because right now the plan is just to have IFC like with their normal fights. But if IFC gets huge, it could just have its own matches and tournaments, outside of their normal fighters. So it could expand into that. And that would be crazy. But again, I don't, just talking. So there's no plans for that yet. So I don't know. No, you can't use headbutts. A Twitter account's pretending to be you. Yeah, there's a lot of Twitter accounts, a lot of Telegram accounts, IG accounts. They're all impersonating me. Guys, just know I'll never reach out to you. Unless you're a significant project leader or influencer and I may reach out to you to ask you about the IFC, I would never reach out to you for any other thing. I would never reach out saying, well, join my Telegram group or join my program or give me some money or send me some ETH. I'll never, ever, ever do that. So if you ever get an account that looks like me that randomly reached out to you, know that it's fake because I would never do that. Lazaro, hey, I got 26 coins. Sometimes I think I got too many, but there's plenty of good projects to add. Your thoughts? Hey, as long as you can keep track of your 26, it's fine. You got 50 if you want. As long as you keep track of them, what they're doing, are they performing well? Are they still making great partnerships and all that good stuff? Then you're fine. Oh, look at that. ETH just blew up. Bitcoin just blew up. I told you guys, I think this week is gonna be a good week. I think there's nothing stopping it. Grayscale, stopped their selling. We've been here for a while. Could be a good breakout week. Can Near do a 10x from here? Near can, but it's been very, very underperforming. So it can, but it may take a while. Neck. How would one go about meet and greet with you, George? Hey, I'm hosting so many network events and participating in conferences and so forth. It's not like I'm impossible to talk to. The next one I'm gonna be at is in a couple weeks. TWC Orlando. If you want to get some sun, you go be in Florida or whatever. If you want to fly out. This is a new conference, smaller conference, so it's not gonna be as huge like Bitcoin 2024 size. It'll be very intimate. I think it's gonna be around between 500 and 750 people. I'll be there hosting a networking event. I'll be on a couple panels, helping bring projects there too. I think we're gonna do a big IFC like panel thing there as well. So if you want to attend, that'd be great. I think if you use my link below, you'll get a discount on tickets. Bring IFC to London. You know what the funny thing is? You know, Lighten, who's in England? Jamie. Jamie Thompson of Vulcan. He's having Vulcan 4 in England. So I don't know if it's gonna happen there, but I know Jamie has expressed he wants to fight in IFC. He's a big dude. I don't know if you guys ever seen Jamie Thompson before, but he's a big, big dude. So I love to get him involved. I love to get projects involved. Charles Hoskinson, he makes a lot of comments like he wants to fight Vitalik. I don't think Vitalik would ever agree, but if he wants to fight anyone else, I'll make that happen. Rand was, you know, when Rand was calling out BitBoy or Ben, that'll never happen. But if Rand wants to fight someone else, I'll make that happen. Would you attend next year's crypto event Taipei? Maybe. I would like to go back to Taiwan. I haven't been back there for 10 years. I would like to go back, so maybe. This year I'll be doing a lot of traveling, guys. A lot of traveling. So I don't know. I might get so sick of traveling by the end of the year. I'll be going to Paris after Orlando and TWC. I'll be going to Paris for Paris Blockchain Week. After that, most likely I'll be in Dubai in Token 2049. And then after that, in May, I'll probably be in Austin for Consensus. Then I'll be in Nashville for Bitcoin 2024 and my own conference, WAG. That'll be huge. So, I mean, that's a lot of traveling. And then after July, I don't know. In September, there's Token 2049 in Singapore. I may be going to that. There's just way too much. There's way too much. But, you know, Karate Combat also, they're going to have a lot more matches around the world. So if I can plan like IFC with those matches, that would be perfect. I bet, you know, I don't know, maybe Rand would do it. Rand loves attention, so, and I don't think he has any problems, physical problems, so if we can find him a good opponent, I bet he would do it. You need to put castor oil packs on your knee for inflammation. What's castor oil packs? I'll look that up. G7 Films, I'm not selling tickets yet. By the way, I don't know why I didn't show this off yet. If you go to Cryptos R Us, I got a brand new fancy page. Really, really fancy. Looks awesome, by the way. Best place for Bitcoin crypto market news from Cryptos R Us. So we're still working on it, but basically all the videos, they used to work. I don't know why they stopped working. From all the channels, from the main channel, clips, and plus. And then you have the best exchange guide, events, IFC, education, merchandise, and deals. But events is where it shows like all the stuff, right? So this is not working yet. And it doesn't have everything populated, but we will have this. So then later on, you can just go here and see which events I'll be at. You could buy passes. Or if you're an NFT holder, you could use that to redeem a pass too. We're going to get that eventually fixed. Yeah. So this is going to be a fancy new page, and it's going to be really good. Yeah, Rand fighting would bring in huge numbers. I would offer him huge money, and so would Karate Combat, but I don't know if it's big enough for him. I mean, Rand is filthy rich, but he may want to do it just to prove himself, just to see if he could do it. I mean, that's what IFC is about, right? All the guys, none of them are spring chickens. They're all like late 30s, 40s. It was more so to prove themselves that they can do it. I think it did Ben huge. I mean, it was, you gotta give him big respect because all the pressure went on him, but it did a lot for Ben, obviously. He gained a lot of respect, putting his heart and soul into that fight, and people could see it. You know, so it's kind of like almost like a redemption arc for him, right? And if he could use this to get back to where he was, that'd be awesome. And this could be the same thing for others. I think this IFC is just, it's not like the guys are all turning pro fighters. It's just to prove that they can do it. I would get TJ. I asked TJ for the first one. He said no. He may do the second one. Joshua Jake, he wanted to do it too. Maybe he'll do it. Maybe a Crypto Mason will come up. Look at Bitcoin, 52.1. We're having a pretty good pump right now. Ticker 69, just 69 coins in circulation. Yeah, that's not gonna work well. Don't put an XRP tattoo on the knee. It won't move afterwards. That's funny. That's funny. Can you collab with Dan from Crypto Capital Venture? Hey, I'll collab with almost everyone. They just need to reach out to me. Most people just don't. Shark Trend, what did I miss? You missed a lot, and you're missing this nice recovery right now going on in Bitcoin. I told you guys, supply shock is just a matter of time. We're going to form that next leg up. Once the selling stops, I know that sounds obvious, but man, these big boys, 540 million removed from exchanges just in a single week alone, and this will keep on escalating this year. It's not going to stop. Can I ask why you never talk about BNB coin? There's nothing to say. Like, I don't know. I don't hear about any promising projects, DeFi, games, anything going on BNB. So I can't really say any of those things. I tried those knee over toe workouts, man. People keep saying I tried. Now when I work it out, it just gets worse. Like, seriously, I can't even move it. I think I just need to rest it. I got 2 massages recently. I think they made things worse. DZO, you're welcome. It is like kind of like Mortal Kombat. They want to be a more exciting. You notice that there's no like wrestling and ground game because they want to make it more exciting. They want the knockouts and the strikes, and it did not disappoint. We saw a lot of knockouts, a lot of TKOs, and they have this beautiful background. You know, it's amazing. Can CRO get as big as BNB? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a fan of CRO, so I don't know if it can get as big. Maybe. Massage therapy won't help chronic pain. I've been dealing with it in my back for some. You know, my brother-in-law also had lower back pain, and he's younger than me, and he can't, you know, he can't solve it. He's been to so many doctors, got so many scans, and they basically can't help it. And it kind of sucks. Yeah, I need to know what castor oil is. A lot of people have mentioned in this live chat. I'm going to go buy some on Amazon if they have it, or wherever, local pharmacy. I take on Crow. Crow retired. He's like he's not gonna do it again. He's not gonna fight again, but he wants to be part of IFC. So I don't think anyone will ever see Crow fight again. It's just too hard to find an opponent for him. There's no one big enough. Knee problems aren't complex. Are they bone on bone? Well, I'm on bone on bone already from years ago. My meniscus was removed because I had a torn ACL. I had a cadaver ACL put back in. That's not the problem these days. It's like it gets really stiff. The back of the knee, where it connects to the knee from like the calf, and my hamstring, where it connects to the back of the knee, gets very tight. And the front of the knee seems like it's filled up with fluid. So like I can't bend my knee past a certain point, and it gets really painful. And also it's really weak. So every time I get up from a sitting position, like it's weak and sore, and it takes like 10 seconds before it like kind of like loosens up. It's almost like it needs to be oiled up. That's what it feels like. It's not intense pain, but I just can't bend it after to a certain point. And then it's just really weak. How was Mexico City? Actually, Mexico City, you know, a lot of people are like afraid of going to Mexico. And honestly, I was a little nervous too. But Mexico City was fine. It's just like a big city. You have beautiful places. The hotel we stayed at was beautiful. Not everyone stayed there, but we stayed at a really beautiful hotel. And all the places around were nice. The thing is, everything closed too early. Like by the time we did stuff, it was like 1, 2 o'clock, and all the restaurants closed, the bars closed, so there wasn't not much to do. I'm sure there was, but we just didn't know where. But it was nice. It was nice. Beautiful weather. Oh man, look at that. We're right back up to 52.3. Let's see if we can break it again. It's a big pump right now. I have a big bottle of fish oil, so I started taking it last night. I'll start taking it every day. Turmeric, I heard you're not supposed to take every day forever. Man, our previous high was around here, 53, right? If we could break through 53 today, the next leg up, where did I draw the next leg up? I drew it up here. Maybe I removed it. See, this is what I drew last time. And it's pretty on point. By the time we get to halving event and beyond, you know, we'll be up there, and then this is what's going to happen. I didn't, next, I had a line. I don't know why. Yeah, I think next point is going to be around. Let's zoom in here. Next point will be around where? Probably here. I say the next stop is like 58.3. That'll be the next important resistance to break. How do I draw a line? I think it's gonna be right around here. I think that actually looks pretty good. 57.8, 57.8, or 58, something around there. That's gonna be the next stop. Once we break out into 50, after we break out 53, I think that's where we'll end up. You drink any whiskey? If so, do you prefer scotch or bourbon? I don't know. Bourbon, I guess. Man, we got almost 5,000 people. Now we do. We crossed over 5,000 people. Man, I've been streaming for a long time. Get Alex Becker? Yeah. It would be crazy if we get Alex Becker, but I hear he never leaves the house, so he doesn't even get on phone calls. So I don't know if that'll ever happen. But I do think he trains. And love to get Charles Hoskinson. That would be insane. I hate doing that. What is your dream IFC match? I don't know. The dream one would be Vitalik versus Charles. That'll never happen. But if it did, that would destroy the internet. To be honest, I'd like to see Rand fight someone. I don't know who, but like to be honest, I would like to get Rand as the headliner in the next one. Keeper will fight. I mean, he had this injury that should never have happened, but I'll make sure he fights someone in the next one. Um, I asked Tom before. I think he said no. Sailor versus Schiff. Have I heard anything about BitForex? No, I don't think so. Man, look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is gaining strength right now. It's gaining a lot of strength. A lot of buying going on right now. Man, my Bitcoin and ETH leverage calls are crazy right now. Yeah, I'm surprised Big Mike even knew who Peter Schiff was. That was crazy. He actually showed me his Coinbase portfolio, so I actually know how much crypto he has. I'm not gonna share it on air, but it was a significant amount in the six digits. It was funny because I asked him, "Are you into crypto?" He's like, "Am I into crypto?" This is off air, and he pulls up his Coinbase account and logs in with his face and just shows me, like it was nothing, like I'm his best friend or something. That was funny. By the way, if you guys do have close relationships with any project leaders or influencers that you think may want to participate in IFC, tell them to DM me. I opened up my DM on X. I had that closed off for a long time, but I have it open, so you can tell them to DM me. I'll put them in consideration. But if there is someone huge, then for sure we'll make it happen. Eric Crown, he's like the lead guy for CFN, so I don't know if he would make that move, but we'll see. I asked MM Crypto already. He says he can't. He has some something that he's dealing with. So I don't think so. All right, guys. I think that's long enough. That's what she said. I don't know if that made sense. Anyways, Bitcoin is doing well this week so far on this beautiful Monday. I think it's going to do better. This week could be the breakout week. Okay, if we shatter through 53, which is not that far off, we could be heading to the next leg up and the next level, I mean. And where is that? That's like up here, right? So we could be seeing a huge run up today or later this week. And that's because we're in an unprecedented bull run. We got a supply shock happening right now. We got so many catalysts to drive Bitcoin higher. And that's exactly what's happening right now, right? So stay strong, my friends. Smash it a like, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys tonight, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Take care. Bye-bye.